And what's up, Heat Seekers? My name is Joe Otis from joeslit.com, and welcome to this week's edition of Lit Picks. It is week 5 in the NFL season. We got a game going on in Europe right now. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are beating the Giants right now at the half, but that's just only the start of today's NFL action because we got some games coming at 1, 4, and 8 o'clock. Oh, we got a full game ahead of me. I hope I'm coming on. That's right. I got my Phillies hat on right now. You're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. Special shout out to my TikTok fans who are watching right now. Let's get into the rules real fast. We want to make this quick so I can get you in and out. Pick the underdog outright, you get 3.5 points and up. That's 4 points. Pick the underdog outright, 3 points and less, you get 3 points. Pick the game spread over under 2 points. Pick the favorite, you get 1 point. And I'm looking for a new co-host, it looks like, because I haven't had a co-host for the season so far. Anybody on TikTok, if you want to join, send me an email at joe@joeislit.com. We'll see what happens. Let's go to the my comedian friends over here that are watching right now. You go in and do some ironing after the show. If you guys want to see behind me on TikTok that there is an iron behind me, and it's a comical thing to bring up every week. No, I'm not going to do any ironing because I kind of suck at it. So I think my wife does it for herself. But a nice life hack is that what you should do is you should go to get your dress shirts pressed and cleaned at the local dry cleaners. And I forgot what it was for a second there, but get them cleaned at the dry cleaners. It makes it a lot easier for you. It only costs about like 99 cents a shirt. At least that's the last time when I got it done. That's how much it cost, but it probably went up now, with inflation, but that sucks. But all right, let's get into the games. This is going to be lit picks. I want to get you in and out really quick, really fast, so that we can get back for the second half NFL action here in Europe. First game is the Steelers and the Bills. Bills favored by 14 points. The over-under is 45. This seems like a really ridiculous spread going. The Bills are obviously a good team. They came back from adversity last week. They beat the Ravens in Baltimore with really tough weather conditions. But I think that 14 points is a lot, especially when you look at the injury report for the Bills. They're going to be missing Tre'Davious White, who's on the PUP list. They are lost Micah Hyde for the year. Jordan Poyer is going to be out. Tremaine Edmonds hadn't practiced on Friday, so he's probably going to be out. That being said, I think that both these teams are banged up at defense. So I'm going to go with the over in this one, taking the over 45. I think that the Steelers are also without TJ Watt. So I think that Kenny Pickett's going to be able to air the ball out in his first official start. And I think the Bills are going to be the Bills. I think Jared Allen's going to get at least 3 touchdown passes. And I think that the game being over 45 seems obvious. But then again, when you look at it last week, when the Colts and the Titans were playing with 7:50 in the third quarter, all I needed was 3 points for the over hit, which I believe was 44, and nobody could hit a field goal for the rest of the game. That was absolutely ridiculous, and that ruined the mega parlay. But let's see what the comments have to say on this one. I'm sure I got some porn links in my comment section, but thank God I don't. All right, so let's see. Is this the kind of like between two ferns? Lay the 14 here. This will be a beatdown. So the comment section here thinks that the Bills will beat down the Steelers. Take Kenny Pickett and the Steelers at the points. I think 14 points is a lot. I think if I was betting the spread, I would probably take the Steelers getting 14 because that's a lot. All right, on to our next game. It is the Atlanta Falcons heading out to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. Again, another double-digit spread here. The Buccaneers favored by 10, with the over-under being 46. And here's a stat for you guys. Atlanta Falcons, they have never beaten Tom Brady in Tom Brady's entire career. That might make you want to think, hey, maybe take them this time. Maybe they can finally pull it out. That being said, I think that there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game. I think that the Buccaneers are going to score early and often. I'm going to take the over again, 46. What do you guys think? Brady has never lost to Atlanta, and he won't hear exactly. All right, so we got someone in comment, Drake London or McLaurin. Terry McLaurin has not really impressed me at all this year. Drake London got off to a good start, but he fell off. The Commanders are playing the Titans this week. I think they're going to lose that one. London will be playing the Buccaneers. What do you guys think in the comments? I got a fan on TikTok asking me between Drake London or Terry McLaurin. Funny. What I would say is I would probably go with Drake London here because I think that game is going to be. I think both these teams, both those games could be potentially high scoring. But I think I like Drake London. I have more confidence in. I actually have more confidence in Mariota getting the ball to Drake London than I do with Carson Wentz. I got a feeling Carson Wentz is going to be benched at the half here. I got one comment says take McLaurin. All right, let's move on to our next game. It is the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings favored by 7.5. The over/under is 44.5. That being said, I think that this is going to be a Vikings beatdown. I think I like laying the 7.5. I would even be comfortable laying 10 on this game. I really, 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 yeah. I don't think. I think that they're going to run the ball over the Bears. The Bears they don't look really good. I don't like Justin Fields. They're the lowest rated passing offense. I'm going to be taking the Vikings on this one, laying the points. Let's go to the comment section. We got the Bears sucks. Take the Bears with the points. The Vikings aren't that good. They got lucky to beat the Saints last week. I mean, this is a divisional matchup. I think some people might think that, but I really like the fact that the Vikings are at home. I'm going to lay the 7.5. Our next game is the Los Angeles Chargers at the Cleveland Browns. The over/under is 47.5, with the Chargers being favored by 2 points here. So, I mean, I looked at the game last week, and if you look at the Browns playing the Falcons there, the Browns blew that game, losing to the Falcons. The Chargers, they got a nice pillow matchup last week against the Texans that they beat. The Chargers are going to travel across the country with Jacoby Brissett as a quarterback, and I think that they're going to air the ball out so much that they're going to put some points on the board where they're going to probably neutralize the Browns' rushing attack. That's my prediction. I'm taking the Chargers lane 2. What do you guys think? Says voice changed over to the Scream villain. Browns stink. Loser team with loser fans. Bacon grease. Chargers easy. A lot of people are taking the Chargers on this one. All right, so let's go to our next game, which is the Detroit Lions at the New England Patriots. Patriots are actually favored by 3 in this one. I have no idea why. Over under 45.5. I think Mac Jones is going to be out again. You got to look at the Patriots assistant coaches. Matt Patricia used to coach the Lions. He wants to get probably revenge on his old team, but I don't think they have the quarterback to do it. I kind of want to take the under in this one, but I'm just going to take the Lions breaking through on the money line at plus 130. Lions got beat by the Seahawks last week. I want to go with the upset. I think that they're due for a win, and they're going to get it on the road in New England, in Foxborough. Let's see. I would like the under here. Pats have a bum quarterback, and Belichick will contain the Lions. Oh, that's. I would like to take the Lions there as well, but I got to go for an upset here. I want to get some points. I want to get some action going. I'm going to go with the Lions here. All right, the next game is the Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets, with the over/under being 45.5. The weather's nice today up here in New Jersey. The Dolphins are favored by 3.5. Going to be without Tua, obviously. A lot of people were fed up with that situation last week with the concussion protocol, and they got the Dolphins are going to be going with Teddy Bridgewater today at quarterback. Let's see what we got here with the fans. All right. With this game, I'm just going to take the over 45.5. I think the Jets have the potential to put some points on this one. And I mean, the Dolphins, I'm really not sure if Tyreek Hill is playing or not. I mean, if he is, it's going to help them. Obviously, they got Jalen Waddle. They have a good receiving core for Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater isn't a bum here. He's a solid quarterback. I think the Dolphins very well are going to win this game. It's going to be close. I don't know. I think it might be within a field goal, to be honest with you. But I think that both these teams have the potential to put up points. I'm taking the over. This is a trap. The whole world is taking Miami. I think the Jets win for a second hot dog of the week. That's true. I can see that as well. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people are expecting. All right, next game is the Tennessee Titans at Washington Commanders. The over-under is 43. I don't understand why the Titans are only favored by one. I think they should be favored by a lot more than this, probably because they got off to a slow start. Right now, they are 2-2, and I'm just going to take the Titans laying the point. I don't really understand why they're not laying more. I think that the Commanders are not a good team. I think that Carson Wentz might be benched by halftime. What do you guys think? Commanders are bad. Titans win, but it's close. Zach Wilson will win and make love to someone's mom. That's right, Bob. I said Commanders. Thanks for keeping that edited for me. All right. The next game is the Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars laying 7, over-unders 43.5. I think that this game is going to be a bloodbath. I think Jacksonville's going to kill the Texans. I think they're going to lay the 7 and probably they're going to destroy the Texans here. I like the Jaguars at home. I think that they have a good coach this year with Doug Peterson. They didn't, I mean, they fought hard last week, but they lost under tough conditions in Philadelphia. But I like the Jaguars for the rest of the season. Spread should be more, but the government is giving them points because they feel bad for the past treaties broken. That's for Washington and the Titans. Take the Jags and lay the points. I agree with that. All right. Next game is the. I'm gonna go back up. Our next game is the Seattle Seahawks at the New Orleans Saints. It looks to me that the Saints are favored by 5 for some reason. The over-under is 45. I think that Winston's going to be out again this week, and I think they're going to see Andy Dalton probably. He was down. Winston was doubtful last time I checked, so whenever it's doubtful, I always assume it's going to be out. I'm just going to take the Seahawks in the money line plus 190. I don't understand why they're huge underdogs. They played the Lions pretty well last week. Geno Smith is very much impressing. Geno Smith is actually a top fantasy quarterback that you should look at. What do you guys think? Comedians. Hoping Seattle wins. We have that Saints pick next year. Go Geno. Saints are going to win this game, but not sure they cover. Well, the Saints are actually the Saints are going to win. You think the Saints will win? I think that the Seahawks are going to win this one. I'm surprised. Right. Next game is the San Francisco 49ers laying 5.5 at the Carolina Panthers. Over under 40. I mean, I think Baker Mayfield does not look really good. I think they might as well just go back to Darnold. I mean, I watched the game last week against the Cardinals. I mean, the Panthers just didn't bring it. The Niners are looking okay with Jimmy Garoppolo. They're just lucky that they have Deebo Samuel, to be honest with you, because he's amazing. I think that both these teams have the potential to put up 20 points. So I'm just going to take the over, which is 40. All right, next game. We're in the 4 o'clock hour at 4:25 game starting now with the Eagles laying 5.5 at the Cardinals. Over under is 48.5. Shockingly for this game, I'm actually not going to take the Eagles covering because I think this could be a lot closer. This could be a trap game where the Cardinals win. I'm going to take the under in this one, 48.5. I think that Hassan Reddick's going to get at least 2 sack fumbles. I don't know, maybe 2 sacks, maybe sack, strip fumble in there. I like Hassan Reddick. He's been great for the Eagles defense. I think he's going to get some sacks. He's going to continue to bring the pressure. I love the Eagles defense. I think they're going to keep the Cardinals under a lot of pressure, and I think they're going to score little points. I see a low amount of points scored in that game. Joe, when was the last time the Eagles won in Arizona? I couldn't tell you. Probably like in 2004, probably. I hate to say it, but the Eagles might be looking ahead to next week. Think the Eagles will win, but it's tight. Yeah, I think 5.5 is too much to give them on the road right now. Even though the Eagles fans are going to be packing that place, I think a lot of Eagles fans, I was watching the videos I saw online, they were packing a Cardinals bar in Arizona. And if you watched the game last night for the playoffs when the Eagles beat the St. Louis Cardinals to move ahead, they were just making a ton of noise. I think that there's going to be a lot of Eagles fans in this crowd, which could very well affect it. All right, let's go to the second 4 o'clock game. It's the Dallas Cowboys at the Los Angeles Rams. Rams are laying 5.5. They don't look very good this year. The over-under is 42.5. And for this one, I'm just going to take the Cowboys plus 5.5. I think they have the potential to win this game. This very well could be a hot dog of the week situation here, but I'm going to take the points. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. Cooper Rush actually looks like a solid quarterback. They're obviously going to go back to Dak when he comes back, but I think that I have to give him credit. Keeping the Cowboys right now at 3-1 when I thought that they were going to lose the rest of the games once Dak went down back in the start of the season is very impressive. So I'm going to take the Cowboys getting 5.5 with the potential to be the hot dog of the week, but I'm not going to go that far with it. So the last time the Eagles won was 2001 in Arizona. I think that's going to change today. And it is a must win for the Rams. So that's why I think I'm just going to take the Cowboys with the points. I think it's a really close game. The Rams have a potential to win, but it's always good taking the Cowboys with the points. All right, on to the Sunday night game, which is the Bengals and the Ravens. The Bengals have been fighting back, getting back into the mix with the Ravens losing a tough game last week to the Bills. Over-under is 47.5. I think the Ravens are going to recover from last week, and they're going to. I'll lay in the 3 with them. I think they're going to beat the Bengals at home. What do you guys think? I do agree the Rams have had the number of the Cowboys. What do you guys think about this Ravens game? I personally, like I said, I think that the Ravens have a great attack, good rushing attack, and I think they're just gonna handle the Bengals, and their defense is just gonna be able to pressure Burrow all night long. And I really like the Ravens. Comments: this is a hard game to pick. I will take the over. Probably a good one. Ravens have been very unraven like this year. Bad on D, bad at home, and blowing leads. Yeah. But then again, it's like I don't understand why Harbaugh didn't just kick the field goal. They just should have taken the lead and then just hope for the best against the Bills. I can respect being aggressive, but I think that was a little bit too aggressive. All right, let's go on to the Monday night game, last game of the week. The Raiders will be playing the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 7, over under 51.5. I think this game has trap written all over it. Remember when the Chiefs played the Colts? Everyone thought the Chiefs were going to just run them over. I mean, 7 points is a lot. The Raiders and the Chiefs play each other pretty tightly over the years. Over under is 51.5. I think both these teams are capable of putting a lot of points up. I'm going to take the over. I think 51.5. I actually think it's a pretty low number for these two teams. What do you guys think? Letdown game for Casey, but I don't see Casey losing in prime time at home. That's true. I mean, the difference between that game and this game and the Colts game is that the game was in Indy when the Chiefs lost that game. Bigger trap in the Battle of Endor. That's funny. Casey wins, but it's sloppy. Are you guys enjoying watching the Star Wars Endor TV show? I haven't watched it yet. All right, guys, let's go to the
hot dog of the week.
week is taking the Lions. I have two hot dogs. I'm going to say take the Lions playing the Patriots, and I also like the Seahawks beating the Saints outright. Haven't watched it yet. Haven't started Andor. Just finished Obi-Wan, which sucked. All right. We got Browns and Jets for hot dogs. Let's go to the Mega Parlay, folks. Here is the Mega Parlay. It is taking the Steelers and Bills over 45, Chargers -2, Vikings laying 7.5, Seahawks plus 190, which will give you a parlay of plus 1963. So almost 20 to 1 there. Again, Steelers and Bills over 45, Chargers -2, Vikings laying 7.5, Seahawks plus 190, parlay of plus 1963. There you go. You have almost 2 hours to put that in. Then again, I don't take any responsibility for your picks, but you may want to fade me because I did pretty bad last week in college. I did not do too good. All right. So I think the second half action is starting soon. I think we're going to end the show now. Thank you all for joining. Thank you to my viewers on TikTok for coming in. And once again, happy week, happy football. Have a good one. Go Phillies.